part of being a team is sacrificing for everyone else. So this is a team competition, and so yeah, I take that pretty seriously. Artillery was my #1 choice. I got fortunate enough to get it, and then yeah, it's been a pretty awesome experience.
About halfway through TDS, the basic school, is I think when they do the artillery demonstrations, you get to go tour the gun line, tour the fire direction center, and also get to go on the hill and call for fire. So yeah, after that, I was pretty impressed by it all, and I was really drawn to it's kind of the teamwork aspect of it.
It was a great opportunity. I think the Marine Corps really gave him an opportunity to excel, and I think he's had way more fun in a longer career than many of his friends who went on to become professionals. You know, it's been a lifelong avocation for him, and the source of a lot of enjoyment, really, for our whole family. That kind of came out of the blue for us at the end of his college undergraduate experience. You know, he started expressing an interest in it, and yeah, so we were kind of surprised about that.
Truthfully, it was a shock. We don't have a military background. I was worried, and I was kind of scared. That's what happens when you're a mom.
After every field exercise, and you discuss what worked well and what didn't. Where could I have been better? Where could I have been tougher? Where could I have made a better decision? That kind of got the wheels turned for me with my running, and I started thinking about in college, like, what were my best races? Like, what was my life like going into that? What was my mindset going in?
So I did my first race for the All-Marine running team in 2016, I believe, at the 2016 U.S. Cross Country Championships in Bend, Oregon. I think the whole team dynamic is pretty special. It's interesting because we are a team, but we're all stationed in different places throughout the country.
Major King is a rock star, and everybody has all the respect in the world for him. He takes running to the next level, especially on the All-Marine running team.
I think the Marine Corps Marathon is definitely special. Being a part of the All-Marine running team, this is one of our biggest races of the year.
I really enjoyed being able to build some camaraderie with a lot of the members of the team. Some aren't here today just because of work requirements and geographical separation from Quantico, but they wish they could be here, and it's always a privilege to run with Marines across your chest.
It's kind of like a big reunion for the most elite runners in the Marine Corps. I was excited, to have another chance to really compete on a team and compete for something bigger than myself.
Center, 29 pounds, Major Kyle King.
With work and being a Marine, which takes a lot of time and energy already. I think, earlier this summer I was thinking I wouldn't do the Marine Corps Marathon. Marine first and a runner second. With marathon training and just all the things of being a Marine that are exhausting, sometimes the hardest part is getting out the door. And once you're out the door and once you're out running, life for some reason just starts getting better. And it can really turn your day around. Maybe you just feel a little off, but you go out and you get a few miles in, you come back, and you already feel accomplished. And the nice thing about running is it's really not that complicated. You just got to put one foot in front of the other. Just sometimes one foot in front of the other can be pretty painful.
I was training at altitude, and I had, my close friends there were runners as well. And so, yeah, once we started, working out consistently, I did end up, getting to that national competitive level, and I qualified for the Olympic trials. And at the Olympic trials, I finished in the top 50. So after the Olympic trials, actually in 2020, I started getting a pain in my glute and in my hamstring a little bit. That turned out to be a herniated disc. my immediate thoughts were like, wow, my competitive running career is over. And then I really just started like researching it some more and started like talking to people like my physical therapist and my chiropractor. And I started to find out that a lot of people have herniated discs, and it isn't really the end. But like, you're gonna have to work to overcome it. So yeah, it was kind of like this shift in my mindset where it's like, I can't just work on running. I have to work at mobility. I have to work at strength. I have to really be more well-balanced, which probably a few of us, or most of us, could take that advice.
So for running, you know, even doing a marathon, which seems like such a long event, I only need to be tough for 2 hours and 19 minutes for my last marathon. And when you think about, you know, going through a really tough field op where you're going to be out in 29 Palms in July or in August, as you're going out there for 6 weeks, you got to be tough for 6 weeks. This is just, you know, tough for 2 hours and 19 minutes. You know, if I have a terrible race, nothing bad happens afterwards, you know? I'll just be a little bummed I had a poor race. Whereas, you know, when we're prepping for combat, the stakes are so much higher. So I think the Marine Corps has definitely given me a helpful perspective that way.
It's different pain, but it's pain that I look forward to, and it's such a manageable challenge in my mind.
Okay, I've run 10 miles at 5:19 pace. It's starting to hurt, but can you do one more mile at 5:19 pace? And the answer is yes. And so rather than thinking about all 26 miles, it's kind of like a 26-round boxing match with yourself, where you just focused on that 1 mile and you just ask yourself the simple question. Get to the 11th mile. Can you do one more mile at pace? Yes. And you just do that, and then all of a sudden you're at mile 23, and it's like, can I do 3 more miles at that pace? I don't know, but can I do 1 more mile? Yeah, I can do 1 more mile at that pace. Your body will come up with ways to compensate for it. So, you know, I herniated that disc in 2020, and I still was able to win the 2022 Marine Corps Marathon.
I think that I was definitely chasing some missed opportunities from my younger days, and I think it kind of gave me a second chance, you know, to reflect back on, you know, why didn't I reach those goals that I wanted when I was a college student? And I think the Marine Corps gave me those tools to figure out why I wasn't as good as I was back then.
In the Marine Corps, we like to be the best at everything. I want nothing more to beat all the other branches, and that's what I'm going for. But if they run incredible, like, I can't control that. In my mind, a Marine should, you know, be winning the Marine Corps Marathon every year. So I took that responsibility extra seriously.
I'm ecstatic with my run. It was super painful this year. So, you know, the more you suffer for something, the sweeter the prize is. So next year will be even more difficult to win, because with it being the Armed Forces World Championships, there's going to be about 25 countries, armed forces, who are traveling here to DC to compete. So I will hopefully be, you know, showing up more fit next year.